Hey everybody, Dan with Pain Free You. Today I wanted to talk about this. And it's a question I get a lot. Why do I hurt more when I'm home? So, get to that in a second. Breathe in the calm. Exhale the chaos. Felt that one coming on. So, why do I hurt more at home? In other words, why do my symptoms seem to be worse when I'm at home? And this comes about from people who say, I went out, I was having a good time, I was spending time with family or friends or doing something, I was doing pretty okay. Or I went on holiday, and I was feeling pretty okay on holiday. And then I come home, and symptoms come back, symptoms flare. And people are saying, I don't get it. I'm out doing all this stuff. But then I get home and it gets worse. So, sorry, folks. I think there's a couple things going on. One is association. For many of us, home is where we have spent the majority of our suffering. We have the majority of our time that we were hurting was at home. So the brain associates home with that. So I think that's a big deal. And as a result, it's a conditioned response. And I think the other aspect is when we're home, we have more sedentary time. We are not as engaged in living our lives and focusing on the external world and engaging with other people, engaging in other activities. And as a result, when we are home, there's more time for us to kind of ruminate on it, think about it, problem solve, try to figure it out, fear it, worry about it, catastrophize it, all those things. And so you don't need to be busy and running around all day, every day in order to get rid of your pain. You don't. But what we want to do is try to separate home from hurting. And how do we do that? Oh boy, another long day. Long week, actually. It's Thursday. We separate it with clarity, with knowledge, with insight, with decision, with consistency, with calm reassurance, with trust. This is temporary. This is ending. It will end. It's predictable. It's probable. It's your turn, right? And every single week I talk to so many people, dozens and dozens of people through the group coaching. And in so many cases, people are making really solid progress. And, this one question, how come I hurt worse at home, seems to come up a good bit. And again, conditioned response, that's where you've experienced most of your suffering. So the brain just goes, uh-oh, we're going in there? Yikes. And the other is also more idle time on our hands to think and worry and catastrophize and monitor and fix and all that stuff. So how do we separate it? Clarity. The same tools that I talk about every single day. Know what's going on. Accept that this is what's happening, which means, by definition, you're not broken or sick. You just have a system that's cranked up and the brain is hyper alert and turning on the danger signals when they're not needed. So then after you have that foundational stuff and you know that you're capable of doing this, then we focus on remaining clear. I know what it is. I'm capable of resolving this. It's reversible. And doing your best to be as unbothered by the symptoms as possible. Indifferent, if you will. Unbothered, if you like that work a little bit better. I think somebody threw the word out, undisturbed by it. you get the point. Try not to make symptoms be this massive problem, because they're temporary and they will go away when we stop making them the biggest problem in the world, right? Let's not fuel the fear with more fear about the symptoms. Don't fear fear. Don't fear your brain. Your brain's working for you. So I hope you guys get the point, guys and gals. Why do we hurt more at home? The brain is used to it there. It's where you've hurt the most. It's where you've had the most symptoms. And so it's kind of an expectation. We're home. This is where we hurt. And lastly is just the idle mind. So do your best. If you're experiencing an onset of symptoms when you get home, do your best to smile at it and go, nah, you can stay outside. And try not to catastrophize. Try not to add fuel to the fire by panicking over the symptoms getting worse when you're coming home. Remind yourself, I was just doing better when I was out doing something. I was just doing better when I was on holiday. So I hope that makes sense. All that said, I love you folks, and as usual, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.